What's going on? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. CBS writer R.J. White, I believe his name is. I'll link the article in the description. Says he believes that, he's making a prediction that the Lions will trade up to the 5th pick with Tampa Bay with a 2nd rounder and take Dwayne Haskins and we'll get a 3rd rounder in return. Let's talk about your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back on the Lions run. And, basically his premise was the Lions are throwing all this money at other positions, that they're making a run at quarterback for Dwayne Haskins. And that's how you do in the league with a quarterback on a rookie deal. And then they expect Stafford to remain as a starter for this year and then hit the trade market next year. I know after June, the end of June, if they trade Stafford, it's only a $10 million cap hit. So they just cleared all their money up for the Lions. They just cleared their money up. They did money up. So, and I will do a video, best remaining free agent fits for the Lions after this. So bear with me. I'll be dropping that video right after this one, God willing. But personally, as much as I like to get rid of Stafford as anybody else, because for 10 years you get the same results, the same funky results with Matthew Stafford, I believe his value, other than Dwayne Haskins and other than Kyle Murray. Okay, you got Stidham from Auburn, who I think pretty good. Tyreek Jackson is the wave of the new wave of quarterbacks coming in, built like Cam Newton, can throw, just got to rebuild some of his mechanics. And I think that's the perfect fit, is a guy like Stidham or a guy like Tyreek Jackson from Buffalo, which he had his pro day today. I believe those are the wave of the future for quarterbacks, And then again, you're not giving up a first round, nothing. You ain't giving the first and the second for him, because you got to remember, Dwayne Haskins ain't had a ton of experience. People got to remember that. This kid ain't big time experience. So, when we talk about experience, like he only was 1 year starter, and he had that game last year versus the Michigan we came in and started. So he ain't a big name starter. He ain't got a ton of experience. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, you got to be mindful of that. So if I'm getting a 1 year starter, and then you look at Kyle Murray, and I like Kyle Murray as well, but you look at a guy that actually started 1 year and only had a success in one program in the air raid offense they run in Oklahoma. What happened when Kyle Murray was in the SEC? You kind of got to play the devil's advocate and ask those questions. So at the end of the day, if I'm getting 1 year wonders, shit, I can go later in the draft and give me 1 year wonder and build them up. I don't think the Lions have the luxury, and let me say this again, I don't think the Lions have the luxury, neither does Bob Quinn, neither does Matt Patricia. I heard Martha's not like her old man, that they don't have the luxury of time. So, if that quarterback, they take quarterback that high don't work, it's going to be a problem. And another thing about it, too, is that they still got pressing needs. And that's why I'm going to do the best available free agent fits for the Lions after this. They still got free agent needs. We don't have a number 2 corner. Okay. Other than that, we may not have another defensive end starting, depending on what they run. If they run a full 3-4, we got enough linemen down. But we still need backups for Hand, backups for Harrison, backup for Trey Flowers if we run 3-4. Now, if we running that 4-3, base 4-3 majority of the time, not a hybrid 3-4-3-4, then you got a little depth there, but you need a defensive end opposite of Trey Flowers. They still might need an inside linebacker. They might need an outside linebacker. Some people think they might need a safety. Tracy Walker not ready. So the pressing needs is this. Cornerback, is a pressing need. Number 2. Tight end, they believe it's a pressing need. Right guard, pressing need. Backup running back to Kerryon Johnson, pressing need. So they still have a lot of money to play with, but they got pressing needs. And depending on what they run, they may need another defensive lineman or 2. So they don't have, and then their depth is all messed up. Really, they don't have a starting caliber linebacker. I don't like Devin Kennard as a starter. He okay. But am I saying that, he's a starter on 50%, over 50% of the league? I don't know. I don't like Jared Davis in the middle. I don't like Christian Jones at the wheel. I don't like none of our linebackers. So in actuality, they need to rebuild their linebacker core. And we talking about bare minimum, linebacker core need to be rebuilt, and they need number 2 corner. And they may need another defensive end. So are the Lions got the luxury of picking a quarterback, letting them develop, and trading up, losing a pick to take a quarterback? No, they don't have the luxury of doing that. And when you look at it, they might be in the luxury of moving back, collecting assets for the future to take a Tua, to take a Herbert, or wait another year and take a Trevor Lawrence. So they really could be loading up. What I would do is I ride with Stafford. We signed him. We'll ride with him. We'll put a great defense and make him a game manager and hand the ball off. Even making critical throws. We're trying to scale back how many times he drop back. That's fine. We'll make everything comfortable around him. I deal with it for another 2 years. And I go out there, collect draft assets every year. I move back. And I get enough picks in 2 years to go after Trevor Lawrence. And I'm like, all right, Trevor Lawrence. But the pick, the choice that I go with, the option I go with is taking Tyree Jackson. Or Stidham from Auburn. That's the choice I go with and developing them. And if they prove to be ready by your quarterback coach evaluation and the offensive coordinator evaluation and the organization evaluation next year, and you think that's the guy you should roll with, then we boot Stafford, we move him. Simple as that. If he ain't ready, guess what? I'm not paying him number 1 top 5 quarterback money, top 5 draft money. I got this kid in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, probably, Tyree Jackson. And then again, he's more useful than Dwayne Haskins and cheaper. Let me explain this. You can put packages in for him like they did with Jason Hill down in New Orleans, I think the quarterback name is. You can do, a wildcat, quarterback, whatever they call it, package for him. So he get that experience, and Darrell Bevel can create some packages in there for him. They can develop him through practice squad, develop him, through film in the off season. Then when the season starts, he can develop. Now, if he takes 1, 2, 3 years to develop, hey, you're not breaking the bank. But with Dwayne Haskins moving up for Haskins or moving up for Murray, you breaking the bank for 2 1-year starters, or 1-year wonders. If I'm gonna break the bank for a 1-year wonder, or somebody like that, I'd rather move back and take Jackson. So I think it's stupid. The Lions lack so much depth and they still have so many positional needs. They can't do that because you might need safety, number 2 corner. You might need all the linebackers. You might need a backup running back. You might need a tight end. And the depth across the board, you need multiple offensive linemen too. So just things to think about for a minute. They just don't have the luxury. They lack depth with all the bad drafts by Matt Millen, Mayhew, Tom LeWine, and a bad draft by Bob Quinn when he first got here. His first year here, that was a terrible draft. Killebrew, Ashawn Robinson, a few other guys in there. It's really telling that this team lacks depth because of all the bad drafts they had. It was only 1 year that Martin Mayhew had a good draft. We went over it. Draft from the draft blast we did. And I might be doing that this offseason as well, too. Get back to that. Reviewing previous Lions drafts, but I don't agree with this. I just, like I said, if they was one of them happened to fall to him at 8, possibility. But I think later rounds, maybe 2nd, 3rd, 4th, you take a quarterback, develop him, put a little fire on Stafford, under Stafford. And if that quarterback develop next year, the year after next, or if he don't develop at all, hey, I didn't waste nothing on him. Because if Dwayne Haskins, you get him or Kyle Murray, they don't develop and they don't produce, that's your ass, Mr. Postman, Bob Quinn, and Matt Patricia. That's y'all ass, but it's my personal opinion. I'm good on this. Don't agree with it at all. There's too much at stake, and it's a little bit too much money for me. We ain't in a position to trade no draft picks, but it's my personal opinion. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow, Motor City Sports Talk, getting ready to sign off. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can reach out to the email as well if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Quickest way to get at me is email, then Twitter. Other than that, if you want to make a donation to the channel, that link's always there. Continue to share the videos. It's the best way to help your boy out. Other than that, man, I'm going to come back, double up with another video. Let me know what y'all feel in the comment section. Appreciate the love and the support. One time for one time. Mercy Sports Talk. We gone.